Welcome, Scorpio, to your end of the month reading for April. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you. This message for the beautiful Scorpio. If I get these done fast enough, we can get chakras done. If not, I'm just going to go straight to Astrodice, guys. It's been very busy this month. Excuse me for my voice. You guys are like the 6th reading I've done so far. So let's see what's going on. Remember that you can't change anyone but yourself. Leo, Virgo, I think had that. Leo, Virgo, Cusp had that card. You could be dealing with a Leo, Virgo, Cusp. Very rare for Scorpio to mess with anything Leo, but it does happen. Okay, let's see. Meditate and contemplate, reevaluate. Oh. Looks like there's some disconnection over here. You guys could be dealing with a water sign. Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer. Scorpio and Scorpio can be a little rough, but it can be really hot too. So let's see what's going on over here. Let's grab a couple more of these cards. I want to see what they say. Meditate and contemplate. Guys, be sure to leave comments in the section. I love reading them. Do your thoughts need a reboot? Focus on the good in your life. This person's really putting you through the wash over here. Whoever you're dealing with. Could even be Sagittarius. I just heard it, so I'm saying it. You could use some self-care time, like now. It's a really pretty picture. Schedule it in. Okay. Let's just grab a card. Let's put a card in between that. So this person's really got you in your mind over here, contemplating on and reevaluating this relationship. Should I give them the Ace of Cups or not? I can't change them. They don't want to change. I can't, I can't do it if they don't change. But I need to, isolating yourself. I can't do this with them if they don't change. Distancing yourself. So I do feel like you have withdrawn from this person. I feel like this person, if you are with this person, they can also make you feel lonely. Ooh, there's nothing worse than being in a relationship that makes you feel lonely. It's almost like it's better off to be alone than feel alone in a relationship. So if this person has withdrawn from you and makes you feel lonely, that's why it's saying you could use some self-care time like right now. Schedule it in. Do something for yourself. You need to reboot. You need to focus on the good things in your life, and you do have the Hermit. The Hermit right side up is about finding the inside, truth seeking, still being alone, finding that inner guidance and meditation. It says you are meditating or reevaluating, however you want to see it, finding the light of hope. Now I'm going to turn it right side up. Why? Because now it's saying you can have both. Clarify on this person. What is this person doing to my beautiful Scorpio? And if you guys know it the other way around because you're a Chorus watcher, just go ahead and flip it around. Okay? Maybe Scorpio's hiding out, making you feel alone. You guys could be dealing with a Virgo, Aries, Pisces, like I said, water as well. Another Scorpio. Also, could be a Aquarius. It almost feels like this person's looking out into the future, but you feel like they're looking out in the future without you. They make you feel alone. They make you feel like they're making decisions and they're not incorporating your decision. Sort of like, well, we're going to go over here and we're going to do this, when you're like, I didn't want to do that. So it almost feels like they're making decisions without you. Travel plans. Instead of making the happy home or the happy relationship, they're causing a tower moment for their own reasons. This is called personal transformation. This is not where the universe, this is when the universe intercedes and says, this doesn't have any weight. I'm going to knock this down because it can't do it anymore. That's karmic destruction. This is saying, no, I'm making the destruction. I'm making this tower fall myself for my own personal selfishness of not including you into my plans. So I'm making plans. I'm causing this disaster. And so it's making you reevaluate where the love truly is. Ace of Cups in the middle, you have the Ten of Cups. So it's all about the love. It's all about them making plans without you. Them trying to change things around without your approval. Or even a say in anything, like, where's my say? I didn't even get to say anything. You don't get to say anything. It's about me. I am the one in charge. Okay. Impulsive. This is an impulsive reaction of what they want to do. They're being very impulsive, very bossy. Could be a fire sign. But we have a lot of impulsiveness. Aries, Mars was in Mars. Excuse me, I had it right the first time, which could cause this impulsive behavior. And now we're in Taurus season, and now we've got this stubborn energy coming through, so you can feel that impulsive energy coming through with that Taurian energy, trying to stabilize, but also bringing up that stubborn side. Could be dealing with Taurus. New ideas. It's almost like you're looking for these new ideas. You're trying to look at newer ways of communicating. You're sitting over here trying to contemplate about how I'm going to let them know how I feel about the situation without maybe even overstepping some boundaries, because you know at this time they're being so stubborn, so impulsive. So we're just going to call it bossy. Because I'm sorry, the energy coming off is I'm the boss. Fire gets into that energy. That's why I really do feel it's fire energy for whoever I'm picking up. It doesn't have to be fire. They could even have fire in a chart. They don't even have to have fire in their chart. We just go by the energy in the universe. But no matter what it is, it's where you're trying to feel like you have some kind of say somewhere. So it almost looks like you're trying to bring up new ideas, make it sound like it's more curious. Like, what are we doing? I'm not sure what we're doing. Can you explain that? Without making a fight. Because they're trying to make the tower. They don't care because it's for their own reasons. So they're restless, you're restless, and they're imbalanced, and it's unfair. But you're trying to do it without showing that there's unfairness. You're trying to, oh my gosh, I see what you're doing. Now, if it doesn't resonate, that's fine. And guys, if this doesn't resonate with you, you can always go watch your rising moon or Venus, right? Moon's always really good for love. But it's like it's almost like a type of manipulation, okay? I know you guys don't like that word, but we all have it. There's really, really bad ones, and then there's one that's just called being human. Because sometimes when we're trying to settle something, sometimes we have to be a little manipulative. Because you're trying to salvage something. And the manipulation is through curiosity of just kind of going with the flow in some ways, but kind of coming in like, so, just kind of curious of what's really going on, trying to balance the situation without causing a fight. Why do we know that? Because the way that you're doing it is dishonest. It's dishonest to yourself. It is. It is dishonest to yourself because you know you're playing a role. Because you know deep down inside you're like, I don't like what you're doing and I can't change it, and you're being, you know, hell come high water, this is the way it's going to be, stubborn and, you know, bossy. So you're actually kind of dishonest about the way that you're coming in to communicate to keep the peace. That's what it is. Yeah, keep the peace. Whoa, Ace of Cups to the Ace of Cups, keeping the peace. To keep the peace. Trying to do it in a different way. Trying to solve this in a different way. Why are we going somewhere or doing what you want to do, but I'm not involved in this situation? You know, why are we moving when I didn't even get to pick what city we're moving to? I mean, unless it was like something because of a job, but this isn't like that. This is like literally they're saying we're moving out of the country to go to the city because I want to see the city. I don't want to live in the city. Who the hell wants to live in the city? Right? Or who the hell wants to live in the country away from the city where, you know, it's 20 miles away from the grocery store? I don't want to be there. But they're making these calls. They're making these calls of whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Maybe they even want to try to give you a baby and you're like, I don't want a baby. Right? Because this is even a new baby. Whatever it is, that they want to grow a family, right? And you're like, not yet. I'm working. We don't have the money for that. Whatever it is, it's them pushing out without having a conversation with you. I'm leaving it there. So this is going to cause a huge conflict. And even if you're coming in as curious, it's saying it's still going to cause a conflict because they're asking you pretty much why you're asking questions. So even though you're coming in curious, trying to be cool, even though you know it's a little deceitful, you know, it doesn't matter. The whole thing is they see it for what they want to see it, and that causes, they're going to cause the tower. They're going to cause the tower anyways. They're causing the tower. The tower is going to happen. Clarify. You know what? I want another deck of cards. Let's use this deck because this deck is, ooh, really warm, and this is my personal reading deck. You guys have seen them before, but I was using them for personal readings earlier. Clarify on the tower and the conflict, because they're saying it doesn't matter. The conflict is, there it is, the tower. The tower, it's already there. Going towards the tower. Because they're in this roaring lion mode. Yep. And they're keeping secrets away from you. It was like a secret of what is going on. It looks like they've been having this idea for a while. They didn't want to share. So it even looks like for some of you, not all of you, but they've already made these plans. They've already got the tickets. They've already got the mortgage. They already got stuff, and there's no say for you. They're already leaving. They're already doing this. And it's completely imbalanced, and this is them being in control. And not having the conversation with you that they should have had. So you can ask all this curiosity, but they're like, it's already done. It's either already done and it's ready to follow through, or they've already made their mind up and you can't persuade that. Okay. So either way, take it either way. Okay. Because they've been doing all this stuff behind the scenes for their own, see, their own. Yeah. This has been working behind the scenes. We also know it's behind the scenes because this is behind the scenes. It doesn't matter. I don't care if it's right side up, upside down. It's all behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. Thank you. Behind the scenes. It's just showing the moon again. Yeah. So they're pretty much saying, I already made up my mind. This is already going to happen one way or another. And so it's going to cause a conflict because now, see, and this is sneakiness too. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that because I was in one area. I was in the conflict area, but this is also a card of being sneaky. This is also a card of being sneaky and secretive, working behind the scenes. Because they're saying I'm gonna win at all costs, so I already did it without you, or I've already made up my mind and I'm not gonna ask you because I don't want you to go against my Nine of Cups. There it is. I knew I should have taken that. Okay. Wow. Okay. So it almost feels like no matter how you're going to feel, now you're just going to have to figure out what you're going to do. I'm a tarot reader. I'm not here to tell you what to do. Or I have personal readings. Those get more personal because then it's more personal. It's easier to get advice. I'll get a little bit of advice. It pretty much says your commitment's not going to last because they're too dominating and controlling. And then for others of you, you're just going to throw in the towel and say, okay, whatever. It's going to depend to see on how the transition is for you. Do you let this go and go with the flow? Or are you throwing in the towel to say, I'm not doing this with you. This is crazy. I don't want to go. Okay. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, you can find that in the description area. If you do get one within this week, I will have to get back to you ASAP. I'm really booked right now. I love it. Booked and busy. But I always get to your messages really, really fast. And usually get readings within 48 to 72 hours. I would say 24, but right now I'm so booked, I would have to say 48 to 72 hours. Okay, let's look at your money over here. Caution. Exercise caution when making financial decisions. Be careful not to overspend on wants instead of needs. You're spending more than you're earning. That kind of goes over here. What are they doing? Precarious. Your experience may experience financial highs and lows. Your money is flowing in quickly, but only to leave as fast. There are only fast changes regarding money or an unexpected turn in your finance. Some of you are going to have this unexpected turn in finances, though. Yeah, because for some of you, I do see this windfall. It's kind of weird because it almost feels like if you're married, it's kind of like they're spending all this money to do whatever they're doing for their Nine of Cups. But then it's like if you're working and you're doing what you're doing, you're getting a windfall of money. It's really kind of crazy. So take that how it resonates. You'll know where you are. You guys have wonderful intuition and discernment. You're a water sign. Okay, guys, let's see what the angels have to say about the situation. Clarify on what it is Scorpio needs to know. Communicate clearly for recovery. Ask your angels. There could be helpful people in compromise. So we have ask your angels. Helpful people involved in the situation or could become involved in the situation and compromise. Will there be a compromise within the next few weeks? Will there? Okay, guys. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.